Take two. All right, awesome. All right, you guys, so welcome to our Tuesday call. So what we're going to do today, we're going to actually go over how to recommend any products to anybody and what to recommend for different things. Although our products don't cure anything, we definitely can help people with their health. But before we do that, I'm going to take the first couple of, picking your nose, first couple of questions. You guys have to remember, I can see everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of questions. But before we do that, we're going to, I'm going to recap what we've learned so far. Hold on, Sergio, open up Abraham's outside. Abraham's outside. So what we're going to do is the first week what we covered about the Tanita and how to read the Tanita, okay? We covered about how the different percentages and what to say after you read this. Then week 2, we talked about how to recommend the products, how to make a sale. We went through everything. Then we covered the button response, what to say with the button response. We went through all of that. We went through the marketing plan, and we went through how to register somebody and how to get them started on the business, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over how to prepare a meal plan for somebody if they want to lose weight, if they want to tone up, they want to gain weight and all that stuff. And I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. The first one is because I feel like a lot of you guys maybe don't really know how to do that, and it's not that hard, so we're going to give you some basic skills around that. And for those of you who are here in California, on August 31st, we're having Team Beauty 1-year anniversary party. So we're going to go through a lot of stuff, and I want to make sure you guys are equipped on how to help somebody with the products, okay? So what we're going to do is if you guys look at the bottom, you can chat in, or you can just unmute yourself. So I'm going to ask for the first maybe 10 minutes, does anybody have any questions about anything? The floor is open. So if you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself. Or if you can't, just go ahead and say chat, and I'll unmute you. But I can't see. There we go. So anybody have any questions about anything? Going once? Maybe you guys don't know.
I do. I have a question, Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Hey. Let's just do we can never hear it enough, like a good I guess button response. Like, let's just sum up a really good one. Like, if the common question that we get is, I don't know, oh, what does your button say? And then you know how we say, like, oh, are you serious? Like, how serious are you? Yeah, I'm serious. Like, what? Like, if you could sum up like a good, like one of your favorite responses, what would it be?
All right, great. So I'm going to mute. Go ahead and mute yourself again. Okay, so here's the thing. By the way, great question. The button response really is for anything, for any situation. I just got back from a fit camp that we did at a park, and the girls did their Tanita on their guests. And then so no matter what you do, like whether you have a conversation going hiking, you're at the park or whatever, or you actually do the Tanita, what you could do is ask them the following question. So go ahead and write this down. Okay, and number 1, you want to ask them, I mean, obviously, if they're in front of you, you're not going to be like, are you serious? Because obviously they're in front of you, right? It's kind of weird. So what you want to say, so like, for example, this particular person, I said, okay, so after we did the Tanita, or we're talking to them, be like, hey, let me ask you. So number 1, what's your goal? You know, and then they say like, you know, so you ask them, what's your goal? And then they say, okay, I want to, so here, let's role play. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Tara.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and role play.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Am I wearing the button or you?
I am.
Oh, okay. Hey, what does your button say?
Hold on a second. Sergio, I can really hear you. Thank you. Okay.
Or no. The one that I always get a lot is, what does your button say? Are you like a workout coach? Like, are you a nutritionist? Like, what are you? What do you do? That's what I get a lot.
Hang on a second. I know you're muted, but I can hear you all the way to the office. Okay, sorry. I can hear Abraham and Sergio talking. I'm just letting them know to keep it down because I can hear them both out there. Thank you guys for paying attention and taking notes as we take this class. Abraham is like a distraction to our class, ladies in Texas. All right. So when they say something like, are you a health coach or what are you? Then normally when I say, oh, why are you into health and fitness? Do you work out?
Oh, yeah.
So you always want to throw the question back at them. Here's what I want you guys to know. Whoever asks the questions is in control. Whoever asks questions in the conversation is who's in control. Okay? So if they ask you a question, if you can find a way to ask the question back, what ends up happening is you take control of the conversation. Not because you're a control freak, but otherwise, then they're maybe just kind of curious about stuff and, whatever. So if they go, why? Are you a coach or what? You can be like, oh, why? Do you work out?
Okay.
Right? And then they'll probably say something like, what would they say?
Sometimes, or I'm trying to, or.
Oh, cool. And then you can just say, yeah, I'm a wellness coach. I actually help people. And then so now you have regained you're behind the steering wheel. See, you asked them a question and now they're answering you. Now you're in control of the conversation. So now whatever you say, it's like it's relevant. Otherwise, it's like they say, are you a health coach? Are you a coach? What are you? Your personal trainer? And then you just start spitting out information. They zone out and they won't even listen to you. But if you ask them with the question, they go, yeah, sometimes, and be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. And then you go ahead and say, yeah, I'm actually a wellness coach. I work with a nutritional company. We help people, get in the best shape of their lives, and then you can ask them a question. So here's one of the things I will tell you. After so many years of experience, I will say this. The less you explain and the more questions you ask, the more engaged they will be.
Okay.
So, in other words, you see how I can hear that?
Yeah, I get you.
So, what that looks like is like this. So, if you were to say like, oh, are you a health coach? And you're like, oh, yeah, well, let me tell you. Blah, 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 blah. They're like, woo, ching, like this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're more like, why do you work out? And they go, oh, kind of. Sometimes, no, I'm just curious. And they go, no, I'm just curious. And you can be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a wellness coach. I help people, better their health. We put together nutritional programs. We actually have a gym here in Santa Fe Springs. Whatever you say, and then you could be like, why are you looking to better your health, have more energy? So again, another question.
Yeah.
And then they ask, and then they answer you again. So the more engaged you can have a conversation with people, the more they will actually, it will actually turn out, rather than you just spitting out all kinds of information.
Okay. Less is more.
Yeah, less is more. Sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So here, let me go ahead and go through the questions since you're asking that. So let's go through it. So the first one you ask them, what's your goal? You listen, right? And then you ask them, so, what have you tried in the past? So then they'll say like, oh, I've done this, I've done that. And you go, okay, great. Question number 3 is, how did that work out for you? Okay. How did that work out for you? Question 4, you listen to them, and then step number 4 is now you give them your story. Okay, so question 1, obviously if it's a button, you go, are you serious? But if you're in front of them, you go, hey, so what's your goal? How much weight do you want to lose? They say, I want to lose 30 pounds. And you're like, okay, great. I always ask, from a scale from 1 to 10, how serious are you? I always ask that. And then that tells me where they're at. If they're like, well, I don't know, maybe a 4 or 7, then from that point, I'll be like, oh, okay, great. So it sounds like maybe you're hesitating, what's that about?
Yeah.
And then they'll say well, I've just tried everything. I don't know. Then sounds kind of messed up, but not that there's a waste of time, but obviously they're not serious. So don't try to convince them, because in my humble opinion, every time I've tried to convince somebody, it's like you got to keep at them to continue taking the product. So when they say anything below a 7, I'm like, okay, well, they're not serious, right? Trial pack. But if they say, oh, yeah, I'm super serious, like this girl at the park today, she goes, yeah, I'm serious. I'm like a 10. So I was like, okay, great. And then I say, so what have you tried in the past? And she's like, oh, I've tried everything, blah, blah, blah. How'd that work out for you? And then she said, oh, well, obviously not. I'm still heavy. I said, okay, great. Well, let me explain to you what happened to me. So step number 4, I tell them my story.
Okay.
Okay. So then I said, let me tell you what happened to me. You know, before I got on the products, I was very overweight, always tired, headaches, very constipated. I got on my nutritional program, and then you just share your story. You know, I have lots of energy. I now go to the bathroom every day. I lost 20 pounds, and I feel phenomenal. So let me ask you something. I forgot her name. You know, if I could show you how to lose those 35 pounds, you know, without being super moody or hungry, does that sound like something you would be interested in? And then she said, yes. So here's what I'm going to train you guys, since we're asking this question. Here's what I'm going to train you guys. And for I don't know if Araceli and Anna are on the phone, but if you are, you guys listen up, okay? And this is applicable to anything, Texas, here, Team Beauty, Butt Challenge, whatever. Here's one of the things that I have found that has worked. Now, I don't want to get into details about this, but the company is going to, come October 1st, we're having something that's going to be really, really great roll out, okay? So don't worry about that, but I want to start training you on how to speak to people so that you categorize them to what they really want. So I'm going to share with you guys what I've done that has worked really, really well. The first thing I want you guys to get, it is not what you say. It is not what you say. It is all how you say it and the confidence that you have behind what you say. I'm going to say that again. It is not what you say. So some of you guys sometimes are like, hi, Carla, you talk to them. I don't say anything special. They don't even know what the hell I'm saying. You could be saying something even better than me. The only difference is I have unwavering belief. I want you guys to get that in your head. I have unwavering belief that the products, if taken correctly, will work. I don't have a doubt. So what comes across is not what I say, but it's my confidence of what I am saying. And this isn't everything in life, you guys, everything. You know, I'm totally off the subject, but not really. So I was telling Lana actually that I have been like on a search for somebody to help me with social media, okay? And what happened was I spoke to this one guy this morning, and apparently he's an expert, but I wasn't feeling him. He was like talking and talking. He never freaking asked me questions. He was just talking. And I was like, dude, this guy needs some sales lessons is what I was thinking. And so then he goes, so tell me about you. Well, like by then I was totally turned off. Had he been like, hey, so you want some social media help? Tell me about your business. What do you guys do? What are you looking for? Now I'm going to be freaking ears to, first of all, I feel like, okay, he's getting me, number one. Number two, I'm going to be like, oh, he could tailor his presentation to what I'm telling him or what I need. But he just rambled on for freaking ever. How the hell does he know what I want? I totally zoned him out. I was like, whatever, number one. Number two, the one thing, he's talked way too much. The second thing is he didn't ask me questions. The third thing is he didn't really sound like he wasn't convinced about what he was saying. So although he's an expert apparently, okay, and apparently he knows a lot because he just kept talking, but I didn't feel a connection because nothing that he was saying interested me, because that's not what I was looking for. I'm not looking for SEO. I'm not looking for search optimization systems. I'm not looking for any of that. But he never asked me, so whatever he was saying, I was tuning out. Does that make sense? Yes? No? Okay, great. Number one. The second thing is, another guy called me later on, okay? Another gentleman called me. Apparently, he gave his number to somebody else, my number to somebody else. So the thing here is this. Follow up. The guy followed up with me. I was like impressed. I'm like, wow, this guy really wants my business. And I also felt like, oh, he's genuinely interested. Okay. So the second guy called me and he goes, hi, I'm Nico. Sid gave me your phone number. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. He's like, I understand you're looking for some social media support. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, great. Tell me, what are you looking for? I was like, this guy. I wanted to be like, dude, you're hired, right? But the point is, it's the same thing. So it doesn't matter what you do in life. You guys got to get. If you don't know what they want, how the hell are you going to present something to them? Okay, so first, don't think you need to know everything. What you need to know is you need to know what questions to ask. And the questions to ask are this. Number one, what's your goal? What are you looking for? And pay attention, listen. And number two, how serious are you? Okay, those are the two questions you really, really need to ask. Then you want to also ask, tell me, what does your schedule look like? What do you do for a living? How do you eat? Get them to tell you so ask them, what do you do? What do you have for breakfast? And here's a tip I was telling the girls at the park today. And that is, if they hesitate for a second, they don't have breakfast. So if they're like, don't be rude. Don't be like, oh, you don't eat. Okay, don't do that, okay? But if they're like, well, sometime, you let them finish. Don't interrupt them. And then you say, you smile, you go, you don't have breakfast every day, do you? No, I don't. They get caught, right? And you go, don't worry, most people don't. Don't make them feel bad, okay? So start asking them questions. Now, here's how I want to, before we go into the product section, here's what I want to say to you guys, okay? And if Anna and Araceli and Jessica are on the phone, this is what I did today at the park. Here's what I always love to tell people. I always love to say, okay, great. So you want to lose 35 pounds, blah, 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 right? I didn't have product in front of me. Now, if I had product in front of me, I would have been like, let me show you what you need. Let me show you what can help you. And I would have gotten the products and put them right in front of her, okay? But if you're at the park or anything like that, this is what you can say. I said, okay, great. So let me explain to you what you could do. You have two options, okay? And then I said, the first thing you could do is we've got, you can become a retail client. We help put together a nutritional program for you. You try the products, you see if you like them. We follow up with you. You get on a group chat. You get all the support that you need to help you lose your weight. Now, the other thing we have is called Team Beauty. And this is for somebody who knows that they really want to change their health, who knows that it's going to take them more than a month. Now, for that, and look at my shoulders, you guys. It's only $73. You get $50 worth of products inside. So it's like $23. Look at my shoulders, $23. And it's only once a year. That's it. But you get a 25% discount on all your products, and you order from yourself. You guys want to write this down? You order from yourself. That's what you want to tell them. So what happens is, in their mindset, they're like, oh, so you're already starting to train them because October 1st, something's going to roll out. You guys got to be ready. So what's going to happen is you're already starting to train them on how they will start ordering from themselves. So one more time, I said we have two choices. The first one is you can become a retail client, you get the products, and then you tell them everything we give them. We get a meal plan. You have Telegram, which is a group chat. We follow up with you. You get the coaching. You get the accountability. You get all of that. That's one way. And that way you can see if you even like the products, right? The other thing you could do, if you know you're serious, you can get a membership. It's only $73, but it gives you $50 worth of products inside. So it's like $23. But you get a 25% discount on all your products. So that way you can go onto your own website and you order your products from yourself. So those are the two options. You can become a retail client or you can become a member. And then you guys have got to shut up. You got to shut up. At that point, you got to ask them. So then I said to her, I said, which of the two do you think is best for you? That's the phrase I use for everything. I use that phrase for absolutely everything. You guys write this down. Which of the two do you think is best for you? It even rhymes, right? So which of the two do you think is best for you? Now, the reason I say that is because here's the thing. You cannot give people too many choices. If you give them too many choices, there's a saying in business, too many choices equals no choice. When you give them too many choices, they get all freaking confused. I have this, I have that, I have this, they're like, oh my God. So even with the shakes, even when they sat the shakes, you go, okay, so the shakes, and you go, we have all kinds of flavors. And I tell them we have chocolate, and I go, we have chocolate, vanilla, dulce de leche, cookies and cream. We have all kinds of flavors. But the top two are cookies and cream and banana caramel. Do you like banana? Oh, I like banana. Oh, okay. So cookies and cream and dulce de leche. Do you like sweets? Oh, I like sweets. Okay, cookies and cream and vanilla. Those are the two best. Like, no matter what, I always give them two choices. Sometimes I just say cookies and cream. Everybody loves cookies and cream because they do, okay? So don't give people too many choices. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys. You know, sometimes you guys don't know when to stop. I know I did it. When I first started the business, I would talk, and I would talk myself out of the sale. You got to give them information, give them two choices, and shut up. So you go, which of the two is best for you? The lady goes, oh, I want to get the membership. I said, great. So then the question is, don't be like, oh my God, you're going to love it. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. And then you freaking talk her out of it. Don't do that. Next question. They go, the membership. Great. Would you be ready to get started today? That's it. And then she said, whatever she said. I listened to her. I didn't interrupt her. Don't interrupt. Just I listened to her. And then I said to her, okay, great. She told me her whole story. I said, okay, great. So when do you think you can do it? When do you think you'll be able to start? I shut up. She goes, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. I said, great. And then I said this, you guys don't be like, okay, see you in 2 weeks. Don't do that. Because the more they get away, the more spam it is, the less likely that they'll come back. So what I said to her, I said, okay, great. And I told her coach, I said, follow up with her 2 weeks from now, okay? And then I said, or a week from now, actually a week from now. I said, hey, can I give you an idea? I always use that, you guys. Let me tell you why. So I'm going to give you guys some of my USC education here that I teach the girls. Here's a sales tip, okay? When you just give people information, sometimes they'll listen. But when you ask for their permission, they'll be open to listen, okay? So if you ask them, can I give you a suggestion? Can I give you an idea? May I coach you on something? Whatever it is, the reason being, I want you to think about it like this, okay? Imagine somebody goes to your house, okay? Somebody goes to your house and they just open the door and walk in. You're going to be like, holy cow, who's that? And they'll probably scare you, right? Even if it's your mother or your brother. They just open the door and walk in. You're going to be like, what the heck? But if they knock and then you say, come in, when they open the door, you'll be ready to receive them. This is the same thing when it comes to psychological situations. So I told this lady, can I give you an idea? She goes, yes. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, great. So I know you can't come tomorrow. You want to wait till next Wednesday. But this Saturday, we have a workout at 9 a.m. It's only $5. And afterwards, we're actually going to have a nutritional class for 45 minutes. And then we're going to have a 45-minute class on how to make some extra income. If I may, I told her, I said, it sounds like you're really serious about losing this 35 pounds. Come on Saturday, work out with us, bring a notebook, sit in class, sit at 10:30. You're going to be able to learn all about the products so that you get better results. She goes, oh, why did I do that? Because if she comes on Saturday, I'm showing her that there's like, don't wait till next Wednesday. You guys, even when people say, I have to wait a month, go, great, no problem. May I give you a suggestion? They say, yes. Look, I know you have to wait 2-3 weeks. If I may, let me suggest for you to start with the trial pack. It's only $20, and then you get blah, 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 blah. Okay? If they can't do this, tell them to come to the workouts. Make sure you bring them around. That way you're in their vision, and that way the more that they come around, the more likely they are to actually get on the products or, do the business or whatever, be part of Team Beauty or whatever it is that you're promoting to them. Don't wait too long. Keep them around to something. Okay? So I'm going to, does anybody have any questions about anything? Go ahead and unmute your line before we go into the products. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Unmute your line and then I can hear you. Any questions about what we just covered? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Here, let me unmute you in case you don't know how to unmute yourself. Hold on. Here we go. Anybody have any questions? One? Who's that?
This is Adriana and Letty.
Hi, Adriana and Letty.
Hi.
What's your question, babe?
Do you have a question? We were trying to unmute it, so no, we're fine. We're good.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, you guys. So I don't know if you guys, Adriana and Letty, could see me, but hopefully you can. All right, so let's go over how to recommend products. You guys, if you don't have a piece of paper and a pencil, this is the time for you to go and get it, okay? So let's go over how to recommend products for different health situations, okay? I am going to say we do not cure anything. The products don't cure anything, but it makes sense that if you give your body good nutrition, okay, it will work because you're feeding it well and it can have the ability to self-heal, okay? Not because the products cure, but because your body will have the ability to. So let's go ahead and get started. What do you give someone if they have any health issues? It doesn't matter if they want to lose weight, gain weight, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? If they have anything, you don't know what to give them. If they're diabetic, if they have high blood pressure, if they have whatever they have, okay? Here's what you want to give them. You want to give them the Cellular Nutrition Program. What is the Cellular Nutrition Program? It's Formula 1, which is the shake, Formula 2, which is the multivitamin, and Formula 3, which is the cell activator. Now, oh, Carla, where's the protein? Well, just wait, okay? But these 3 products, okay, you can see that there on the screen. These 3 products you can give to 99% of the people. So who's that other percent? I'm going to tell you, okay? A pregnant woman? Yes. Diabetic? Yes. High blood pressure? Yes. Cholesterol? Yes. Asthma? Yes. Everything is yes, okay? Why? Because here's the thing you got to get. 70, write this down, you want to tell people this, 70% of the situations out there are health related, meaning that they are sick with blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, depression, whatever, okay? Because, yes, even depression, girls, because, okay, they are not feeding themselves good. They don't have good nutrition. So even, I mean, there's this one lady that she was super depressed. She got on the nutritional program and her depression went away. We do not cure anything, but her doctor was like, you don't even need the medication. Her mom was like, Carla, I'm like, think about it. When you're lacking vitamins and minerals and nutrients, you don't feel good. And when you don't feel good, nothing looks good. Nothing. So when you don't feel good, of course you're upset, you're edgy and all that stuff. So I can't say this enough. Cellular Nutritional Program, okay, for 100% of everybody. Who, write this down, who cannot take these products? Okay, now the shake, everybody can take it. Everybody, 110% of everybody. Diabetics, high blood pressure, pregnant women, breastfeeding women, cancer people, Chemotherapy. Everybody can take the Formula One shake. Everybody. So in case you're wondering why the Formula One shake only has 9 grams of protein, okay, sometimes people will ask you, oh, but that one only has 9 grams. My shake has 50,000 grams of protein, okay? So the reason why the shake, the Formula One, only has 9 grams of protein is because this way everybody can take it, including somebody who has dialysis. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but just know a dialysis person can take the shake, okay? They actually will feel phenomenal with it. So that's what that. Now, multivitamin, okay, and the cell activator. The multivitamin, if somebody can take vitamins, they can take our multivitamin. No problem. The only product that we have to, there's that 1% of people that cannot take the cell activator is somebody who's doing chemotherapy. That's it. If you're doing chemotherapy, you don't want to give them the cell activator. Can you give them the shake? Yes. Can you give them the multivitamin? Yes. But no cell activator. Why? Because chemotherapy is designed to kill your cells. And the cell activator activates your cells. So we got to let the medicine or the doctor do his job in killing all the cells, hoping to kill the cancer, so we don't need to activate them more, okay? That is the only person that cannot take the cell activator, all right? Other than that, 100% of the people can take the shake and the multivitamin, unless the doctor says they can't take a certain vitamin, and then if the Formula 2 has it, well, that's the case. But it's so rare that that ever happens. So I'm going to open up the lines. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Okay,
So what about? Are you going to tell us about diabetics? What diabetic people can take?
Okay, we'll cover that next. What's up? Go ahead.
Okay, for the chemo, the dialysis. So if someone's on dialysis, like versus my grandpa is, so does he just take the shake by itself and he wouldn't take the extra protein?
Yeah. So, okay, so since you bring this up. So dialysis, you guys, is somebody that has to go get like connected to machines, and they do all this process and stuff like that. Somebody that has dialysis cannot eat a lot of protein, cannot drink a lot of water, okay? It's really hard for them. So their kidneys, the riñones, is that what they call kidneys, riñones? Okay, they're not functioning, all right? So it's very hard for them to digest things. So they already know. So I always tell them, this is the phrase I use for everything. For diabetics, Adriana, for everything, I always say, as you know, because they know, okay? As you know, you cannot drink a lot of water, Grandpa. As you know, you cannot eat a lot of protein. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the shake, 2 scoops in just about 6 ounces of water, honey, okay? Whatever they can have, and they can just drink it. And you're going to have to put the aloe, give them a lot of aloe. You're going to have to put the aloe in there so that they don't have more liquid. They can't drink a lot of water. But they already know this. So you go, as you know, Grandpa, so you can give them some, a little bit of water, 2 scoops of shake. You can even make it like a pudding and have them eat it like cookie dough. It's totally fine. But just 2 scoops of the Formula One, no protein drink mix for him. He can't handle. That's why the shake only has 9 grams. So you can personalize it by how much protein an individual can consume. Does that make sense? Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and answer her question of diabetes, okay? So people that are diabetic, and then you tell them, as you know, okay, you need to eat small meals throughout the day, 5 small meals throughout the day, so you keep your blood sugar leveled, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about what products they will need. Of course, they can take the Formula One, and then, it's so funny. People will grab the Formula One shake, right? Hold on. They'll grab the Formula One shake, and it cracks me up, okay? You guys, I gotta be funny here, okay? They go, and they're like reading the ingredients, right? They're like, oh, too much sugar. Pero bien que se tragan una pinche coca, right? But they'll be like eating whatever, right? So here's what you want to tell them, okay? Before I even give them the shake, I go, okay, so the Formula One is a healthy meal. It has the sugar of a half of an apple, a half of a small apple. Okay, so if anybody asks you how much sugar is in a shake, you tell them, okay, it has the sugar of a half of an apple, and the sugar, if they ask, okay, don't say more than you need to, but if they ask, it is actually fructose, okay, so it's like fruit sugar, and it's totally fine, okay? So they're gonna take the Formula One shake, and they'll add the protein to it, same like always. Now, here's the thing. Let me give you guys a little secret. The products that were made for diabetics, okay, these products were specifically made for diabetic individuals. So if you turn to your product catalog, under protein snacks, okay, if you turn under protein snacks, all these products here, you guys, were made for the diabetics. Now, we all take this stuff because even if we're not diabetic, we can eat more protein with no sugar, have the soy nuts, which is all protein. The protein soups are so bomb, okay? And the protein bar for the diabetics that's best for them is the regular bars, not the deluxe. The deluxe are more delicious, but the regular bars have more protein and less sugar. They're just not as like soft, okay? But I personally love the chocolate fudge regular protein bars. They taste like a brownie. And then if you put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds, it like melts. It's so good, okay? So these are all the stuff that you give diabetics. So here's what you want to do, Adriana. You want to tell them if they're like, oh, amiga, this is too much sugar. You say, okay, no problem. You can take away the shake. And they can do the protein, okay? 2 scoops of the protein drink mix, but it won't keep them full. So you can add the beverage mix to it. Okay? This here has no sugar, 0 sugar. So you do 2 scoops of the protein, 1 scoop of the beverage mix. That right there gives her 24 grams of protein, no sugar. But it's totally fine to do this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have the shake for breakfast. Then you tell her, as you know, you need to have snacks throughout the day. So 3 hours later, you can have a beverage mix, or you can have a protein bar, or you can have some soy nuts, okay? Or have some, protein snack. Then you're going to have lunch. Write this down. Then you're going to have lunch. Then 2-3 hours later, you're going to have another protein snack. You can have another beverage mix, or soy nuts, or protein bars, or you can have a protein drink mix, put cinnamon and a lot of ice, and it tastes like an horchata. Okay? Okay, Abraham? I hope you're paying attention, Abraham, because I can hear you all the way over here. So, okay, yeah, be quiet, Abraham. So we have the protein drink mix. You put some cinnamon, tons of ice, and that can be their snack. This, you guys, you can take this anytime throughout the day as a snack. You can put it in your oatmeal. You can put it in your pancakes. You can put it in anything you want to increase the protein with 0 sugar. So in summary, Adriana, a diabetic can take any of those. Now, let's talk about what targeted products a diabetic should add. Number 1, snack defense. This one right here, snack defense. The reason why you want to add snack defense is because this product helps to regulate your sugar levels. For those of us who are not diabetic, okay, but have sweet cravings, you can take the snack defense. Like I'm always craving sweet stuff. I have gum always with me because I always want to have something desserty. You can have snack defense to regulate your sugar levels. You can also take this, you guys, if you have or know somebody who loves to eat late at night, you can give them snack defense so that it curbs their cravings without giving them any energy. The other person who can take snack defense is if someone says, I'm always hungry, but I don't want to take total control because I can't drink caffeine, or I'm sensitive to caffeine. You say, great, no problem. We have a product called Snack Defense that curbs your appetite. It also blocks your cravings, boosts your metabolism, curbs your cravings for sweets, but it's no stimulant, so it's not going to give you any energy. A pregnant woman can take this. Breastfeeding can take this. Anybody can take this product because there's no stimulants. Snack Defense. How many do you take? It's up to you. But minimum, you can take, minimum 2 a day. You can take 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. You can take 1 3 times a day. You can take it however you want. There's no stimulants in it. Okay? So that's the other product, Adriana, that a diabetic should take. The first one to add is Snack Defense. Now, depending on their health issues with diabetes, most diabetics, and you tell them this, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? If it's a guy who's diabetic, you want to tell him, okay? I hope there's no kids in the room. You say, hey, you know how when you're diabetic, your thing doesn't work? Okay? So when someone's diabetic, okay, don't say that, okay, but you need to know. But when someone's diabetic, men with time, yes, Abraham, men with time become impotent. So that's how I used to sell a lot of product to men. I used to go like this. I go, mire, I don't know if you know, but when people have diabetes, with time, they don't, they can't have relationships, they become impotent. So what a lot of people do, they don't want to get to that point. So to prevent that, we add Nightworks. Okay? So why Nightworks for diabetic? Or for anybody really, okay? Because it helps with your circulation. And somebody who's diabetic, and I'm going to ask in a second for Crystal to share her mom's testimonial. Somebody who's diabetic has a tendency to have bad circulation. Their feet hurt, their eyesight starts to go. They just have bad circulation. Because imagine this, you guys. It's like your blood is full of sugar. It's very sticky, so it doesn't flow well. That's why men become impotent, because the blood doesn't flow well, okay? And their eye vision goes, they don't have good circulation, their feet hurt, they have varicose veins, they have all kinds of health issues from diabetes. So if somebody wants to prevent all those issues, Nightworks, right here, okay? Crystal, do you want to unmute yourself and share with us your mom's testimonial? So listen up, Adriana.
Yeah. So my mom's been diabetic for 28 years since her first pregnancy. And it was very hard living with her because she would always blame everything on her sugar. When she would get mad, upset, it was always, se me subió el azúcar. So that was always, the conversation. But when she started changing her eating habits, she was able to control her blood sugar levels with the nutrition. She lost, I think it was 60 pounds her first 3 months. And so with that, she was able to control her sugar levels. She was always on Nightworks since it launched because it helped with her circulation. Right now, her siblings have, that one of them went through dialysis, and then he got a kidney transplant. My other aunt, she's also in dialysis, so that was her future if she didn't take care of herself. And I just see how they struggle so much still with their eating habits. And so I just thank God for Herbalife and for you guys introducing it to our family, because I just don't know where she would be at right now if it wasn't for the good nutrition and her being able to control it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a picture on your phone? You guys need to see her picture of before, and then she just took a picture with her daughters with Team Beauty, and girl, she looked like she's your sister.
I know. Here's her before. Right here.
Okay, go back a little bit. Yeah, right there. You see her? So there she is on the left-hand side, and then there she is on the right-hand side. Turn it a little bit. There we go. So there she is. So, 12 sizes down, and yeah, she looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you. You can put yourself on mute. Anybody else? Okay, so that's hopefully that answers your question, Adriana. So the nutrition for sure, the multivitamin cell activator is a must for somebody who's diabetic, and then you add any of the protein snacks. The first product to add is Snack Defense, Nightworks. If they can budgetly afford it, Nightworks, you guys, is a product that really everybody should have in their house. It helps with your circulation. It helps with your respiratory system. It helps with your skin. Basically what it does is it increases your nitric oxide at a whole nother level, okay? So anybody that has a heart and has blood can use Nightworks, okay? Everybody can use it. Actually won the Nobel Prize, and the doctor that made the product won the Nobel Prize, and he brought his research to Herbalife to make Nightworks. So it's a phenomenal product. Okay, so I'm going to take another question. Who else? Does anybody else have another question about anything?
Okay, I do.
Who's that? Hi, Gina.
All right. So I'll ask. One of my tias, she was diagnosed with cancer, and right now she's drinking all the products, including the multivitamin and the cell activator. But since she's going to go into chemo like in 2 weeks, so should I start giving her the cell activator, or should I do it after she goes into chemo?
So great. So here's the thing, right? When somebody has cancer, they can take all the products. We do not cure anything, but for sure, Nightworks is going to be something that she really wants to be on. Actually, another product that you guys could definitely recommend is Restore, because Restore, you guys, I know we think of Restore as being a product for anti-inflammatory, but if you think about it, somebody who has diabetes, who has cancer, their cells are also they have inflammation. So that product helps a lot because it has turmeric, which has a lot of antioxidants. So you can give her that as well. But once she goes to chemo, she shouldn't take any of the antioxidants. She shouldn't take the cell activator. She shouldn't take Shasandra or RoseGuard or Nightworks. She shouldn't take any of that. We got to let the chemo do its work. As soon as she's done with her chemo, for sure, checking with her doctor, of course, she could be back on all the products to help her health. But absolutely, even when she's in chemo, babe, you want to make sure you give her the shake. Write this down. The shake, the aloe, and Flora Fiber. Because when they're going through chemotherapy, or anybody who has digestive issues, Flora Fiber and aloe will be their lifesavers, okay? So does that make sense?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Anybody else have a question?
Carla, you're saying that Restore is good for anti-inflammation. Isn't it work the same as the aloe?
No.
So what's the difference between one or the other?
Oh, girl, big difference. Okay. So write this down. The aloe vera does 4 things, okay? Number 1, it cleanses your system. Te limpia. Okay? Number 1, it cleanses your system. What does that mean? Basically it's like a bath inside, right? It cleanses your digestive system so you can go to the bathroom. Number 1. Number 2, te desinflama. So the aloe is also an anti-inflammatory. So if you have diabetes, cholesterol, stomach problems, stomach inflammation, any of that, you just went through surgery, okay, any of that, it's going to reduce the inflammation. But mostly inflammation in your digestive system, mostly. Although it does help to reduce inflammation, but not to the degree that Restore does, okay? So number 1, it cleanses you. Number 2, te desinflama, it reduces inflammation. Number 3, te limpia, te desinflama, it heals you. So it te cicatriza, so it heals you. So if you have acid reflux, ulcers, anything that has to do with anything like that, like ulcers, acid reflux, gastritis, or people that have that acid that they mess up their esophagus. There we go, their esophagus. Okay, it heals you. Okay, it also helps if you have hemorrhoids. Okay, so it heals you. And number 4, it purifies your blood. So this is why aloe is so good for people that have diabetes and that have cholesterol. Okay, bye, Abraham. So it's good for has diabetes, cholesterol, okay? Those of you who are in California know what I'm talking about. He's always talking. He's always a distraction here. We love Abraham. So, so te limpia, it cleanses you. Te desinflama, it reduces inflammation. Te cicatriza, it heals you. Y te purifica la sangre, it purifies your blood system. So it's like a full-on cleansing and healing all the way. Restore, for those of you who don't know what that product is, this is by far one of my favorite products, okay? This little bottle is a miracle worker. What this does, babe, this one reduces inflammation on your muscles and your joints. Okay, so this is good for somebody who has what do you call it, arthritis. Somebody like an older person who has arthritis. Somebody that it hurts their joints, their knees, or their body aches. This is a great product for that. You take one every night. Okay, but let me tell you something else I just found out about this product. It has so much anti-inflammatory, antioxidants that if you feel like you're coming on with the cold, Sergio, you can take this more consistently. So you can take this in the morning, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, and at night. And I promise you, Sergio, if you take this, you won't be sick. So this is a really great. So it's a really great product for somebody who wants to prevent getting sick, or if you feel like you're coming on with the cold, take some Restore, okay? Now, on that topic, if you have somebody who has really bad problems, back problems, joint problems, anything like that, you can add these two products, which is the calcium and the joint support. So these three together are products that people can use for arthritis. We don't cure anything. Arthritis, athletes, muscle aches, bone aches, back aches, knee aches, headaches. I'm just kidding. Okay, so these three are really great for athletes, older people, people that have aches, pains, fractures, knees, back aches, lower back aches, construction workers, all of that, okay?
Can you say those one more time? What are they?
Anything that has to, the products? Yes.
Yeah, the products.
Restore. Extra Cal. By the way, all of us women should be taking it. This is like $10. It's so cheap. Joint support. And joint support also has glucosamine for your skin. So if you're wondering why I look like I'm 20, this is it. Just kidding. Okay, so joint support, calcium, and Restore. Okay, so those three are really great for people that have any kind of aches, athletes, people that have carpal tunnel, hairstylists, people that are in construction, that are in roofing, that are always typing, any kind of bone back aches, any kind of aches. These three. Okay. Okay. Does that make sense, Adriana? Hold on, I can't hear you.
I said yes, thank you. Opener.
All right, awesome. Anybody else? Any other questions? We have like 3 minutes.
How would I answer the lady that I sent you that text? Was she?
Oh, hold on. Girl, hold on. All right. Let me see here. Letty. What did she say? Oh, hold on a second. Let me see. You guys, whenever I don't answer you, text me back and be like, Carla, read my text, because I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes I overlook things. Okay, Leticia Rodriguez. Here we go. I got this text from one of my ladies, thought her product yesterday. She drank a tiny sample of the shake and the apple fiber. This is her message. I think my stomach last night had cramping and gas. She needs more water. Can you close the door because I can hear the echo, babe? I felt jittery. Maybe it's my head, but it's okay. I'm just packaged to be able to. Okay, awesome. So here's the deal. So the lady said that she felt she had stomach.
I know. He's trying to turn it down.
Hold on.
So she doesn't hear.
There we go. So when she said that she feels that she drank a little bit of the shake and the apple fiber, and she got a little bit of cramping, okay? So here's something that happens a lot of the times, you guys, and we'll finish with this question, and that is whenever sometimes people, if they ever drink our shakes and they say, oh, my stomach hurt, you want to ask them, are you allergic to anything, okay? Most of the time, it's not that, okay? It's the fact that they don't drink enough water. So whenever somebody has stomach aches, cramping, things like that, almost always it's because they didn't drink enough water. Okay, so that's the first thing. But we could, something like this where her message is very like, oh, I don't know if I want to try it. You just say, okay, great, no problem. Let her keep coming around, Letty. Let her keep coming around, listening to the stories. And then one day she could say, well, I don't know, that stuff made my stomach hurt. Be like, great, no problem. It might be that you're just allergic a little bit or maybe sensitive to soy. We have a product, and that's for the 24 line. You guys, anytime somebody gets all weird about anything, give them the 24 Formula 1. So whenever somebody is sensitive, let me show you. Where is it? Here we go. Whenever somebody is sensitive with anything, this Formula 24, it's so good for them if they're sensitive to soy, that everything hurts their stomach. This one right here, it's so soft, so easily digestible. This right here will work miracles. We have somebody here at the office that's allergic to everything, soy, nuts, peanuts, anything. I'm like, okay, girl, try this. Have your medicine ready in case you have an allergic reaction. She took the Formula 124 with just milk or like water, and she was totally fine. But I think to answer your question, Letty, with her right now, let her be, because no matter what we say, you're going to get a pushback. Just let her keep coming. Let's keep loving on her. Let her keep coming to the workouts. She'll see the stories. And then for sure, as she's starting to say, well, I don't know, we can say, maybe you should just try the products for your stomach. Maybe you have a sensitive digestive system, and from there, most of the time, that's muchas veces les digo, maybe you got to have a cleansing. It's like before you plant seeds, sometimes we got to clean the dirt, and get the soil ready for the plants to grow. So I would recommend, when was the last time you did a cleansing? They go, a cleansing? What kind of cleansing? They go, you never did a cleansing? You should do a cleansing. And then you get them on the 21-day, the aloe, and the flora fiber. So these 3 products, and we'll finish with this, these 3 products are really great to cleanse your system. These 3 products, 21-day, aloe, and flora fiber, a lot of the times people are gassy and stuff like that because they have a poor digestive system. Okay? So, yeah. So just let her come around. We'll love on her, and then we'll go from there.
Could it have been that even the active, because she tasted the apple fiber, she drank a cup of that.
Yeah, she probably felt gassy because she probably didn't drink a lot of water, number one. But also, it's probably the fact that, she probably, I almost always in the water. Yeah. All right.
She maybe turned the product, and she said she would join to go work out, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, but let's let her keep coming around, you guys. Listen, my personal opinion is whenever you have someone like that, let them keep coming around to the workout. Love on them. They see the testimonials, and they're gonna want to try the products later on.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So hold on. Let me end the recording.